What is happening in the world of culture and beyond? The news cycle is spinning faster than ever, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. We're here to break down the most critical updates, the ones that everyone will be talking about, so you don't have to be left in the dark. Get ready for a high-octane download of what's dominating headlines. First up, we're diving deep into a major digital currency launch that's already hitting turbulence. Did the artist behind it lose control of his own social media presence, or is something else at play? We're getting into the nitty-gritty of the YZY money coin and the surprising claims coming straight from the source. Then, we're shifting gears to explore the intricate world of celebrity-backed digital assets. What does the data reveal about who's really profiting and who's getting left behind in this new economic frontier? We've got the inside scoop on the patterns and the players making waves. And finally, we're taking a moment to reflect on a pivotal cultural and political moment that happened 20 years ago. How do those powerful words still resonate today, and what do they tell us about speaking truth to power? It's all here, it's all now, and it's all on the Kanye scope. Don't miss a beat, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join the conversation. Social media security breach shakes up digital launch. This situation highlights the volatile intersection of celebrity, cryptocurrency, and online security, raising questions about authenticity and control in the digital age. Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, has recently claimed that his official Instagram account was compromised shortly after the much-anticipated launch of his YZY money meme coin. In a statement posted to X, formerly Twitter, Ye asserted, "My Instagram has been hacked and it's following a fake coin. The official project is at YZY-MNY." This declaration immediately sent ripples through his fanbase and the broader cryptocurrency community, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the new digital venture. A quick inspection of Ye's Instagram profile revealed that he was only following two accounts, one belonging to his wife, Bianca Censari, and another identified as YZY token Izitkin. Ye's statement directly addressed the YZY token account, attributing its following status to the alleged hackers, and emphatically stating it has no affiliation with his legitimate coin, YZY money. The YZY token account itself has a minimal online presence, boasting fewer than 1,000 followers and having posted only once. However, its comments section has been inundated with messages from fans, many of whom are actively warning others that the account is not connected to Ye. The official YZY money meme coin made its debut on the Solana blockchain on August 20th. Ye announced its launch on X with the declaration, "YZY money is here. A new economy, built on chain." The initial market reception was nothing short of explosive. Data from CoinGecko, as reported by Forbes, indicated that YZY money's market capitalization soared to an astonishing $3 billion shortly after its launch, before stabilizing at around $1.5 billion. The YZY money website positions the coin not just as a digital currency, but as a movement towards individual empowerment, stating, "YZY money is a concept to put you in control, free from centralized authority. YZY is the currency that powers all transactions within YZY money." This ethos aligns with Ye's long-standing fascination with cryptocurrency. In a 2020 interview with Joe Rogan, he expressed admiration for early Bitcoin adopters, viewing them as pioneers of a new form of liberation, stating, "These guys really have a perspective on what the true liberation of America and humanity will be." His foray into meme coins, therefore, can be seen as a continuation of his exploration into decentralized economic systems and their potential to reshape societal structures. Fans are divided, with some expressing concern over the security of Ye's accounts, and others questioning the legitimacy of the YZY money project itself amidst the alleged hack. But is this alleged hack the whole story behind the YZY money launch? Stay tuned as we break down the data behind who's really making money in the celebrity coin game. Celebrity coin market analysis reveals insider advantage. This deep dive into the YZY token's performance exposes a pattern of early profit-taking by sophisticated investors, raising questions about fairness in celebrity-driven cryptocurrency markets. The celebrity cryptocurrency market is currently experiencing a significant surge in activity, with Kanye West, the globally recognized and often controversial artist, entering the fray with the announcement of his personal meme token, YZY, on August 21st. The token's market capitalization rapidly climbed to over $3 billion, creating a frenzy among investors. While some early participants reportedly profited millions, many others who jumped in later found themselves holding tokens with rapidly diminishing value. An analysis of the initial purchases and sales among the top 1,000 YZY holders by PA News suggests that the narrative of celebrity coin issuances leading to guaranteed wealth might be a fallacy. Instead, the data points towards insider trading and bot activity as primary drivers of early profits, leaving little room for the average investor to benefit. According to the analysis, the average initial purchase price for the top 1,000 YZY holders was approximately $1.45. A substantial portion, about 44% of these major holders, made their initial purchases at prices ranging between $1.80 and $2. Many of these large holders appear to have been locked into their positions immediately upon purchase, as data from August 25th indicates that a significant number had not yet made their initial sales. Out of 893 addresses that made purchases, only about 275, or approximately 30%, had sold some of their tokens. The timing of these large investments is also noteworthy. The majority of these significant investors entered the market very quickly, largely concentrated on August 21st, the same day the token was released, and within an hour of Kanye's announcement. Over half of the purchasing addresses acquired tokens within 2 hours of the market's opening. The average initial investment for these large investors was around $285,000. This figure is considerably higher than the average investment of approximately $9,696 seen in the top 1,000 Libra addresses, but lower than the $590,000 average investment for the top 1,000 Trump token holders. Collectively, these large investors hold approximately $46.76 million worth of YZY tokens, excluding team holdings, representing about 8.5% of the total market capitalization and 6.53% of the total circulating supply. Examining the sales data, while only a small number of large investors have sold, those who did generally incurred losses. The average selling price was $1.19, indicating an average loss of about 18% compared to their average entry price of $1.45. Furthermore, the average selling position was considerably smaller than their initial investment, averaging only $11,800. This data suggests that the primary participants in YZY's initial phase were not typical retail investors, but rather large-scale players interested in celebrity coins. These investors entered the market more rapidly and concentrated their activity in the early hours compared to previous celebrity coin events. However, the market's subsequent ability to absorb these tokens appears insufficient. By August 22nd, even as YZY's price dropped to less than half of its peak, only a few large investors were seen entering the market. The analysis also identified specific instances of rapid, high-profit trades, including one address that purchased $200,000 worth of YZY within a minute of its release, later selling for a profit of over $1.6 million. This address, created just days before the token's launch and funded through a major exchange, exhibited behavior consistent with insider knowledge. Similarly, bot activity was detected, with one bot making approximately $80,000 in profit within minutes of the market opening. Notably, an individual identified as Hayden Davis, previously associated with high-profile celebrity coins like MELANIA and Libra, is also reported to have profited around $12 million from YZY. The trend of celebrity tokens, exemplified by Trump's token Trump, and others like MELANIA and Libra, has historically shown a pattern of rapid initial gains followed by significant, often over 90%, declines. YZY, with fewer holding addresses than previous celebrity coins and a higher entry price for large investors, faces challenges in sustaining its value. The data indicates that investors who missed the initial 10-minute window were likely to be trapped at the peak, experiencing a 70% price drop within 2 hours. This rapid depreciation mirrors the fate of many unrelated meme coins, underscoring the speculative and volatile nature of the celebrity coin market. Analysts are pointing to a clear pattern of early exploitation by whales and bots, leaving the average investor at a significant disadvantage. While the data reveals a complex picture of early market dynamics, could a simple social media glitch be overshadowing the entire YZY money narrative? Now, let's rewind 2 decades to a moment that profoundly shaped public discourse and political commentary. Katrina anniversary, revisiting Kanye West's "Bush doesn't care" statement. 20 years after Hurricane Katrina, this pivotal on-air moment remains a touchstone for discussions on race, media responsibility, and speaking truth to power. On September 2, 2005, during a live national telethon organized to raise funds for the victims of Hurricane Katrina, an event that devastated the Gulf Coast, Kanye West, then a participant in the live broadcast, deviated from the prepared script. In a now infamous moment, he ad-libbed the powerful statement, "George Bush doesn't care about black people." This spontaneous declaration, delivered with raw emotion, immediately became a national headline and a subject of intense debate, marking a significant turning point in how public figures engaged with political commentary and social issues. 20 years later, the impact and resonance of those words are being revisited, prompting a re-examination of their significance in the current socio-political landscape. The statement was made during a benefit concert, a concert for hurricane relief, which was broadcast nationally. West, alongside actor Mike Myers, was meant to introduce a segment featuring the band U2. However, during his introduction, West expressed his frustration with the government's response to the crisis, particularly in New Orleans, a city with a predominantly black population. His unscripted outburst highlighted the perceived inequities in the disaster relief efforts, drawing a stark contrast between the government's actions and the needs of the affected communities, especially its black residents. The phrase itself became an instant cultural touchstone, encapsulating the anger and disillusionment felt by many regarding the federal government's handling of the Katrina aftermath. It resonated deeply within the black community and among those critical of the Bush administration's policies. The incident also sparked widespread discussion about the role of celebrities in public discourse, the boundaries of on-air commentary, and the intersection of race, politics, and media. The legacy of West's statement is multifaceted. For some, it was a courageous act of speaking truth to power, a necessary indictment of governmental negligence and racial injustice. For others, it was an inappropriate and damaging outburst that undermined the purpose of the fundraising event. The media's portrayal of the event, and of West himself, was also a significant factor in shaping public perception. Following the statement, West faced both criticism and praise, with many media outlets focusing on the controversial nature of his words. The incident undoubtedly influenced subsequent public discourse on race and government accountability. It set a precedent for how artists and public figures might use their platforms to address social and political issues, even at the risk of controversy. The question of whether those words would carry the same weight today is a complex one. While the political and social climate has evolved, issues of racial inequality and government accountability remain prominent. The way celebrities engage with political issues has also shifted, with many now more willing to use their platforms for activism, though the reception of such statements can still be highly polarizing. This anniversary provides an opportunity to reflect on the enduring impact of West's declaration, its role in shaping conversations about race and politics in America, and its continued relevance in understanding contemporary social justice movements and the dynamics of celebrity activism. The statement continues to be a powerful reference point in discussions about racial inequality and governmental response to crises. As we reflect on this impactful moment in cultural history, we're also looking at the very latest from the world of digital currency and celebrity ventures. Prepare for a rapid-fire recap of all the stories we've covered today. The art of the deal, a look inside YZY Money token launch analysis. This deep dive into the YZY token's initial trading patterns reveals a complex ecosystem of early investors, bots, and potential insider activity, offering a stark look at the mechanics of celebrity-driven digital assets. The launch of Kanye West's YZY money meme coin on the Solana blockchain on August 20th has been met with intense scrutiny, not just for its ambitious market cap projections, but for the underlying dynamics of its initial trading. While Ye himself has publicly stated his Instagram account was hacked and linked to a fraudulent coin, the data surrounding the YZY token's early performance provides a granular view of who capitalized on its launch and how. Panu's analysis of the top 1,000 YZY holders offers a compelling narrative about the typical life cycle of celebrity-endorsed digital currencies. The findings suggest that the primary beneficiaries of the YZY launch were not necessarily the everyday retail investor drawn in by the celebrity hype, but rather a cohort of sophisticated players, including early entering large investors and automated trading bots. At the outset, the average initial purchase price for the top 1,000 YZY holders was approximately $1.45. A significant concentration of these major holders, around 44%, made their initial acquisitions at prices between $1.80 and $2. These large investors, who entered the market rapidly, often within an hour of Ye's announcement, typically invested substantial capital, averaging around $285,000 per person. This contrasts sharply with the much smaller average investments seen in other celebrity token launches. These early, large-scale buyers accounted for approximately 8.5% of the total market capitalization and 65.3% of the total circulating supply. However, the data also reveals that many of these large holders did not immediately sell their tokens, potentially indicating a strategy to hold for a longer term or a lack of immediate exit opportunities. When sales did occur among this group, they were often at a loss, with an average selling price of $1.19, representing an approximate 18% loss compared to their entry price. This suggests that even large investors were not guaranteed profits, especially if they entered at the peak. The analysis also highlights the role of bots and potentially insider groups. One notable address, created just days before the YZY token launch and funded through a major exchange, purchased a significant amount of YZY within a minute of its release at a favorable price. This address, which also incurred substantial transaction fees to ensure priority, later sold its holdings for a profit exceeding $1.6 million. The timing and funding source of this transaction strongly suggest pre-planning and insider knowledge. Similarly, bot activity was identified, with one bot reportedly making an $80,000 profit within 2 minutes of the market opening, demonstrating the speed and efficiency with which automated systems can operate in these markets. Further analysis pointed to Hayden Davis, an individual previously linked to successful trades in other celebrity coins like MELANIA and Libra, as having profited approximately $12 million from YZY. The report also contextualizes YZY within the broader trend of celebrity tokens, noting that many previous tokens, such as Trump, MELANIA, and Libra, have experienced dramatic declines, often exceeding 90% from their peaks, following an initial surge. YZY, with a less widespread distribution of holders and a higher entry point for major investors, appears to be following a similar trajectory. Data indicates that investors who failed to enter the market within the first 10 minutes of its launch were almost invariably caught at the peak, experiencing a sharp price drop of 70% within just 2 hours. This rapid decline underscores the speculative nature of these assets and the critical importance of timing and information asymmetry. The analysis concludes that the celebrity coin market, rather than being a source of stable value, functions more like a casino where early entrants and those with privileged information are the most likely to profit, often at the expense of later investors who are left holding devalued assets. This detailed breakdown indicates that early investors and automated systems were the primary beneficiaries, with many later investors facing significant losses. While the financial implications of the YZY launch are complex, a different kind of impact, rooted in a pivotal moment from 2 decades ago, continues to shape our understanding of public discourse. And now, for a quick rundown of everything we've covered today. That's all the news that's fit to print, and then some. We covered Ye's claims of an Instagram hack amidst the YZY money launch, dove into the data revealing early investor profits and bot activity in celebrity coins, and revisited the profound impact of Kanye West's "George Bush doesn't care about black people" statement from 20 years ago. Don't miss out on any of our future breakdowns. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and make sure to drop a comment below with your thoughts. Follow us on all social platforms for continuous updates. We'll see you next time.